Imagine you're deep in the Texas countryside. No streetlights, no neighbors for miles. Just you, the trees, and the sound of your own footsteps. The night air feels heavy, like it's holding its breath. Then, somewhere far off, you hear it, a dog barking. But it's not close, and it's not quite right. The sound carries in a way it shouldn't, almost like it's coming from everywhere at once. You walk faster, the barking grows louder. Another voice joins it, higher, sharper. Then a third, a deep and guttural calling out in the darkness. You can't see them. You can't tell how far away they are, but you know they are not strays. They are not anyone's pets. They're something else. They have been here a very, very long time. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Highway of the Hidden, and I'm your host, Polar Bear, and tonight we're telling the story of the ghost dogs of Orozimbo. Some stories fade with time and refuse to die. In the Brazos River country of Texas, there's a plantation house where the past lingers in the shadows, where the very air carries whispers of an old war, and where, if you believe the legend, ghostly dogs still keep watch. They are not ordinary strays, they are guardians, silent until the night comes alive with their mournful cries. And then the living remember why the dead never left. Tonight, we go back to the year 1836. The Texas Revolution is over, but the most hated man in the Republic is still alive. His captors are determined to keep him that way, and someone or something is determined to stop his escape. The Texas Revolution was short, brutal, and unforgettable. For 6 months in 1835 and 36, Texian settlers and Tejano allies fought for independence from Mexico, and it was a war marked by the moments of extraordinary courage and unimaginable cruelty. Two names every Texian spat with venom, the Alamo and Goliad. At the Alamo, in March 1836, Mexican President and General Antonio López de Santa Anna ordered no quarter for the defenders. Around 200 Texans died just weeks later at Goliad after the surrender of Colonel Fannin and over 300 men. Santa Anna issued the same order, execution. The massacre at Goliad sent shockwaves across Texas, but then came April 21st, 1836. In just 18 minutes, General Sam Houston's forces routed Santa Anna's army, and there, hidden in the marshes, Santa Anna was captured, disguised as a common soldier. Now, the Republic of Texas had a problem. A living Santa Anna was a bargaining chip, but to the people, he was a butcher who deserved to be hung. Santa Anna's first stop was Velasco, a small port at the mouth of the Brazos River. The news of his capture spread like wildfire. Crowds gathered, soldiers who'd fought in the Revolution, American volunteers who'd come too late, and furious settlers who wanted blood. President and Interp David Burnett and General Sam Houston knew the danger. With Santa Anna, there would be no peace treaty with Mexico, so they kept him alive, barely, moving him from place to place. From Velasco, he was taken to the Phantom Plantation, what we now call Werner Hogg Plantation, 2 miles from Columbia. Escape attempts soon began. None succeeded, but each one fed Texian anxiety. The final move came later that year to the plantation of Dr. James Phelps called Orozimbo. It was 12 miles northeast of Columbia, isolated and surrounded by heavy woods. If you were going to keep someone hidden, this was the place. It was there at Orozimbo that the most famous escape attempt happened, and it nearly worked. A rescue party was formed. Wine was smuggled to the guards, each bottle laced with a strong sleeping potion. Concealed in the nearby woods, men waited on horseback with extra mounts ready for the prisoners. The night was dark. Clouds smothered the moon. As the guards drank, their speech slurred, their movements slowed, until one by one, they fell into a heavy sleep. The rescuers moved in, quiet as shadows, closing the distance to the house. Then it happened. The stillness shattered. A deep baying chorus, and one shrill, keening cry, rising above the rest. The plantation house lit up as if on fire. Guards stumbled to their feet. The alarm was raised. The rescue was over. In the confusion, the prisoners stayed put, and rescuers fled into the night. Another attempt to free Santa Anna failed, all because of a pack of dogs. But here's the thing. The Phelps family didn't own any dogs. Neither did their neighbors. In the days and weeks that followed, people searched for the mysterious animals, but no one found a trace. No tracks, no sightings, nothing. Only one explanation survived, from a traveler who passed through soon after. He told of 3 dogs that had belonged to a neighbor, loyal to their master, but they followed him everywhere. But when the revolution came, the men went to fight and died in the Goliad massacre. The dogs vanished soon after. People thought they'd wandered into the woods to die, but the traveler wondered, Could these have been the same dogs that run the escape attempt? Could they have been guarding the place in vengeance for their master? If so, were they flesh and blood or something else entirely? Years later, a woman and her husband set out to visit the site. She'd been told how to get there. Though the road was rough and the weather threatening, black clouds gathered overhead and thunder rolled in the distance. And then she saw them. 3 dogs just standing under a tree, perfectly still, no barking, just staring at her with strange, wild eyes. Her husband thought they looked like wolves. She knew better. One was pale, almost white, standing just slightly ahead of the others, the leader. They didn't move as she passed. Later, she saw them again, still in the same formation. Before they vanished silently into the brush, they never barked. Legends like the ghost dogs of Orozimbo remind us that history is not just dates and names. It's emotion, memory, things people can't quite explain. And maybe they don't want to. Whether these animals were loyal spirits, strange strays, or just shadows in the mind, they did what the guards could not. They kept Santa Ana in place. In doing so, they left paw prints on Texas history. If you want to be on the show, shoot me an email. My email address is polarbearhoth@gmail.com. Or you can reach out to me on TikTok or Instagram, polarbearhoth, or go check out the Facebook page, Highway of the Hidden, and you can DM us there. We'd love to hear from you, and we'd love to have you on the show just to hear your stories. You can talk about paranormal, cryptids, or conspiracies. So with that in mind, this has been Highway of the Hidden, and I'm Polar Bear, and I'll see you on the next Dark Road.